Hello guys, today I'm going to do a fire service demo on a Cortex Electrodrive. So before we get started, here's a disclaimer. Never ever attempt to do a fire service demo on an elevator in real life unless you know what you're doing. And since this is in Roblox, it's okay, but if I was to do it in real life, then I wouldn't do it without permission. And speaking of that, even if you're not doing fire service, fire service, you do need to use elevator keys. But even if you're not using elevator keys for fire service, you still need to get permission to use them. Because, I don't know what could happen. That's on you. Trust me, you don't want to hear the consequences. So, don't try to find out. So I wouldn't suggest finding out the hard way. But, yeah, let's get started. Oh, and by the way, this elevator is in a showcase game. And yes, I recorded it before. And they gave us all these keys since it's a showcase game. So you can do fire service on like any of these elevators here, but you cannot do it on the main elevators, which are down there. So anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So first, we're going to pull out the fire service key. Oh yeah, by the way, I have all these other keys in my inventory that I don't need out right now. So you want to take the fire service key and then put it into the key switch. I don't know why the key looks like that, but that key shouldn't be in there. So in real life, this key wouldn't fit in there, but in Roblox, any fire service key would work. So you want to put it into the key switch by tapping it or clicking on it. And now you want to turn it to the on position. Oh yeah, there's three options: turn on, turn to off, and release the key. And now you want to select turn on. That way, because we're going to put this into fire service. So we're going to turn it to the on position. And then release the key. And as you can see, the elevator returns to the main floor and the door is open. But since the elevator is already here, the door is just open. And now it's in phase 1. And as you can see, the call buttons are disabled. That means we cannot call it. So now if I try to call it from another floor, it won't work. So I'm going to demonstrate it by taking another one of these elevators up here. Up to another floor. And then trying to call this elevator here, the one with the doors open, from that floor. And yes, on the main floor, you will see that this light comes on. So you know this is on because that light is on. So to demonstrate trying to call from another floor, I'm going to get on the Gen 3 because, why not? So why not get on the Gen 3 again? So for example, if I try to call from the 3rd floor, here we are 3. Now let's try to call it from the 3rd floor. So if I try to call it from the 3rd floor, it won't work. You see, it does nothing. Same thing with calling it from the 2nd floor. So now let's go in the elevator. And now inside the elevator, you have all of these switches here. We're only going to be and the cabinet. We're only going to be focusing on the cabinet. So take the fire service key and then open the cabinet. Just tap the key switch on the cabinet. You should get 3 options: open cabinet, close cabinet, and release key. So we're going to open the cabinet. And now I'm going to release the key. And you can see the other light that's in there is on. So now to put this in phase 2, you hit the key switch on the inside. And we're going to turn it to on. And now release the key. So now that way you can take it to other floors. So let's go up to 3. And now to close the door, you have to hold the door close button. Otherwise the door will reopen. So I'm going to demonstrate this. See, the door just reopened because I didn't let the door close fully. So you have to let the door close fully before you open it. Before you release the button. And now another thing, that usually there will be a call cancel button in there, which I would demonstrate if there was, but since there isn't one, I cannot demonstrate it. So let's just close the door. And here we go up to 3. And now here we are at 3. And this time the doors don't open. So to open the door, you will have to hold the door open button until the door is fully open. Okay, I just released the door open button and it's still open. I don't know why, but usually the door would just close if I release the button before the door fully opens. So this is useful because, you know, when firefighters, they need to peek out, they find something bad, they just release the button and they close the door. And the door closes. And yeah, either way, the call buttons are disabled. And yeah, someone just used the Gen 3. So let's go to the 2nd floor and try to call it from there. As you can see, it does nothing. Okay, fine. I'm gonna take a different elevator up. Wow, I can't believe the Gen 3 just broke down.
Going up.
I want to see. Alright, so now if we go back in the elevator, now let's put this into hold. So if we turn it to the hold, weird. I thought I put it on hold. That's just weird. Okay, let's put this on. Actually, for this, we have to reopen the door. So now if we turn it to hold, well, in this elevator, all it does is just return it to the 1st floor. And none of the buttons work. And now, let's turn it off. But usually what hold is supposed to do, it's supposed to hold it at the floor. I think, I don't know, like, but I think that's what it's supposed to do, but it also prevents people from using the elevator. But if you turn it off, it will return to the main floor. So let's say we want to go back to the main floor, we don't have to press the button and hold and door close button, we just turn it off and then you'll go there. But since we're already down here, now we want to put this back into normal. So we've already turned off the key switch. So now we're going to close the door. We're going to close the cabinet. Remove the key. And now to put this back, you go outside. And then take the fire service key and click, and then hit the key switch. And now you want to turn the key off by clicking turn to off. And then release the key. And then the elevator should go back into normal service. The door just closed, so it's back. I wonder if the Gen 3 is working again. Nope, I don't think the Gen 3 is going to work for the rest of the video, but as you can see, now it's back to normal service. So let's just ride the elevator. Oops. One thing I find interesting with this elevator is that in fire service, there's no floor pass chime, but when it's not in fire service, there is a floor pass chime. And we were back downstairs. Here it goes. And that's it. And thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.